Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Setlist of Life with the current bandmates of Dolly For Sue. Today we have with us Aaron on guitar.
Hello, hello.
Christine on the drums.
Hi.
Kirsten on the keyboard.
Hello.
And I'm Leslie, your vocalist for this afternoon. We're having another lovely early recording.
It's so nice.
It is so nice. I still feel like it's 9 o'clock at night, but that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
been a long
me.
day.
It's been a long day, but
Look at the sunshine.
that's right. Today's song is Taking Care of Business by Bachman-Turner Overdrive, BTO.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah, good song.
We talked about doing that.
TCB.
We did talk about
I
doing
mustn't
that.
have been there.
No, recently.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
And this song was,
Leslie's dad was an orthodontist. I'm Greek. I don't know. There's other information
yeah, there's all
out there.
kinds of things.
There's plenty of
And
things.
this song was her idea. That's
right.
funny.
It was my, well,
Yeah,
yes, for today.
Today,
Yes,
yes.
but I don't remember us singing into it.
Yeah.
Nor could I name you any other song that they sing.
I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
There we go.
BTO.
This was obviously
Well,
a
I didn't even know
biggie.
it was BTO until Kirsten said, but she knows
Well,
all
me
these
neither,
things.
but I believe her. So
Yeah,
it wasn't a
could've
group I knew. So I was like, all right. I know it's not the Eagles. I know it's not CCR. Sounds kind of similar.
It's that same era.
Aaron's going to look it up.
Yep.
In the meantime, while you're looking, I got on one of these, you know how when you get on Spotify and like you request one song and then
Oh, yeah.
it suggests a whole, I got on this great like stream of songs the other day.
That
And what
never
was-
happens
was
to
it a
me.
theme?
And it was completely by accident because I had asked for one song. Oh, you know, I'd asked for this obscure song. And of course I couldn't find it. And it was like, it gave me a song by Eddie Rabbit. And I was like, Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie
Like,
Rabbit.
Yeah.
I love the Lonely Nights.
Rainy Nights. I
Rainy
love the
Nights.
Rainy
Yeah,
Nights. So
I like
The
that.
lonely ones are great too, but
Yeah.
the
So
rainy ones are
that
better.
came on. I'm like, this is a great song. I
Eddie
forgot about
Rabbit.
this song.
I'd kind of forgotten all about Eddie
it
Rabbit.
went through like this litany of really good songs that I completely forgot about. And I was like, this is wonderful. It was a happy accident.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Well, when you get your Spotify rap, it's going to say Eddie
I
Rabbit
know,
was
right?
one of
And
my
you were
favorites.
like the number one
Eddie Rabbit fan.
That's
In the month of April or May,
Right.
whatever. Or I guess we're
president of the Eddie Rabbit fan club.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
You know.
No. Here, well, you look that
I'm
up.
pretty
I'll look,
sure
I'll look
Eddie
up Eddie
Rabbit
Eddie
has
Rabbit.
Rabbit
passed.
status.
I have a
My
signature.
Goodness.
Okay.
You have a
You
signature.
have a
There's
signature on
there's
one
a
of your
story
guitars?
there.
Oh, it's on your guitar.
Did
Along
you?
with Kenny Chesney.
Really?
Wow.
That's so cool.
Did they
Well,
sign
also
the same
the-
guitar?
Yes.
He had a guitar that was signed by a
okay,
whole
where's
bunch of
the
people.
story to that?
He's told us that.
I've
I've
told you
told
this
us
thing.
I
Did you
had
know
to
that
admit
she's Greek?
Had to have been a week that I wasn't here.
That's
oh,
like the
yeah,
common,
he died a long
that's
time
a
ago.
common phrase.
That's all
I
we
must
said.
not have been here.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't listen to us. I need to listen to us. Sorry, people.
You're
to
not
listen
going
to
to
us.
listen to us.
But a few
I
times I
listen to
have.
us.
When I've been told you need to listen to us because we're going to be discussing this next week, then I listen.
Oh, okay.
He died in 1998.
Oh, wow. He died a long
Poor
time
Eddie
ago.
Rabbit. No
Wow.
wonder we haven't heard about him in a
He
while.
was young. He
Oh.
would have been 57 when he died.
Wow.
Oh, that's
You
too
ain't
bad.
seen nothing yet.
Oh, that's
That is
right.
Eddie Rabbit.
No.
that's
Bachman-
BTO.
Oh, that's BTO. Oh, that was it.
Same.
Sorry.
You ain't
Samesies.
seen nothing yet.
That's
need our
but
afternoon.
Baby.
Was that it? Just those two songs?
Something called Let It Ride. I don't know to Let It Ride.
I don't know. Let it ride.
Oh, we probably do. We just don't know it by title.
I doubt it.
you know,
I mean, you might.
We also need our afternoon medications. I'm
Yeah, afternoon is. I get the
actually-
afternoon slumps.
So they upped my medicine last week. So like the last week and a half, I have been sleeping at this hour, and today I feel like shockingly refreshed.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
So
I'm glad you're feeling
It's
better.
also because I showered right before I came, so that I was
Yeah.
clean for you people.
that was nice.
nice.
That was
But
nice
maybe
of
that's
you.
what I,
Thank you.
maybe that's
showered
what I
before
need to
you
do
came
at like
too.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Take a
every day.
shower.
Take a shower, so I'm awake. But yes, but I have been napping on the couch, which I have not done since the kids were babies, and we're getting up 3 times in the middle of the night.
Nice.
Now, are you done with your class now? Wasn't today the last day?
Yes. So no, last Friday was the
Last
last
Friday.
day,
Oh,
and
okay.
everything was due. Today was actually the last day anything was due.
Okay.
Most everything was due Sunday, but then I had one thing that was due today. But I kind of finished everything before the weekend was over.
So you're good? You're all done?
So I'm good for the next 2 weeks, and then I start up again. So
well,
today,
enjoy your little break.
thank you. Yes, so today, taking care of business. I had started back at Christmas. I didn't put all the Christmas stuff away, and I started pulling everything out of the storage room so that if I ever sell my house, 23 years worth of stuff is gone through. So I went through. I spent hours today doing that
Good for you.
while watching the Four Seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is actually pretty good. I never saw the movie that it was based on.
Okay.
What's the Four Seasons?
It's a series based on, the Alan Alda movie from
Oh, yeah.
way back when.
Yeah.
I never saw that movie, but they made a series, an 8-episode series, Netflix,
Oh, okay.
with
Let's look for
Tina
it.
Fey and Steve Carell and
Yeah, it's pretty loaded.
Good
a whole
cast.
bunch of other people that I know, but I can't name off the hand.
they're
But,
like familiar.
so it's really good. It's
So
very
it was
good.
good? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I mean, I was kind of like paying attention to it in the periphery, so I wasn't really
it's different than sitting and watching
invested
it.
in it as much as I could be, but that's okay because it's that kind of show where you could do that.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And I cleaned through lots of stuff.
Oh, that must feel good.
That
It
has
does
to
feel good. I mean, I still have a ways to go, but I think between
The
today and
process
then
has
sometime.
started.
Well, the process started 6 months ago.
Okay,
but
all right,
the
all right,
process is continuing.
Yes,
Accelerated.
Continuing. Tomorrow I have to pick up Eliza, so I don't think I'll be getting anything done tomorrow besides moving her out. But
Is she done for the
she
year?
is done.
Wow. That seems fast.
Bryn is almost done. Jack will be done Sunday. I think his last thing is due. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is
All
everyone
good
coming
stuff.
home for the summer?
No, Bryn will be in Spain for the summer.
We're in Spain.
Valencia.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah. So
it's a good
For-
flavor.
Yeah.
she'll be
Nice
there
oranges.
for a good, I don't know, I think it's 6 weeks, a good portion of the summer. And then she'll go just back down to Charlottesville and do
Good for her.
her sports med stuff and her
Nice.
nutrition stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow, you
And
were
Eliza's
busy.
going to be working with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Awesome.
At the new location,
Wow.
I said,
When
they're
are you
going to have you
moving?
moving boxes and stuff.
the end of May.
Oh, I could walk there.
Mhm.
You
Good.
could walk there.
I'll walk over and visit you.
We've talked to all the kids as they come in. I used to sing. I used to play keyboard here.
That's right.
And they look at you like, you crazy old woman. Why are you bothering me with this
Are they going
information?
to move the magnet?
Oh, that's right.
You got to move the Dolly For Sue
Don't
magnet.
lose the magnet.
Don't lose
Make
the
sure you
magnet.
get
Yeah,
the
make
magnet.
sure you.
I should.
Yes.
I'll
Move
confiscate
it
the
for
mask.
sure.
Yes,
It
I will.
has to
I will.
move with the-
I
It's
will.
important.
I will.
Oh, so for the people who don't know.
Right. They know
Like everybody
all
else.
about
Yeah,
the
that's what
magnet.
we're talking
we
about.
talked about that on episode
Yeah,
42.
sure. At some point, was it Christine? Was it you that got them in?
Yeah, I made
Christine
them.
had Dolly For Sue car magnets made, but they were D4S was it was that European,
Like you went
oval
somewhere.
that
Yeah,
you like
the
you went
oval.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And
You went
so
somewhere cool.
we not hid one. It was out. It was in the lobby,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
had
But it's
one.
never moved.
And it's never moved.
Put it
It's
there,
been
it's
there
still
for
there.
like 15 years.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
a
And
long time.
so we have to move the magnet.
Yes,
Even if
because
no
I
one
don't
knows
think
what it
anybody
means.
else. I don't have mine anymore. I'm sure.
I
you
don't
No,
know
I
what
don't
happened.
that
to
may be
mine.
the only one left.
It's probably it. It's a
It's
collector's
very
item.
valuable.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
valuable.
you could sell that thing on eBay for a few dollars, or not.
Or not.
But
You're being optimistic.
pay you.
I think.
Well, if you take
magnet.
this and you got to
he
leave
needs to
it.
put it on their car.
Yeah, but they didn't last. That was the problem. Those ones that you ordered, they don't last very long. It has to be an interior application, which is where it is now. We have to keep it on the
yes,
interior
yes.
application.
Indeed. I'll grab it. I'll
All
grab
right,
it.
please do. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
That is exciting.
You know why they're moving? Because I no longer will have anybody who's
Oh,
paying any
right.
kind of
That's
tuition
right.
to that place.
Yeah, can't afford that.
And when they
pricey
realized
space.
that all they have Veronellis have dried up, they've all
Yeah.
grown up and moved
What's
on.
They're just lucky they're not shutting
Well,
down.
not only are you not paying tuition, but now they're paying one of the Veronellis,
Two of them.
two of the Veronellis to
That's
work
right.
there. So
That's
they're
right.
like, oh no,
This
we
is going
got
the
to
wrong
move.
way.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because, that whole area now is being built up all the way out to 50.
Wow.
You guys are looking at me with complete.
Wow. I'm
What
not,
whole
I,
area?
I don't.
You mean where Avonlea is?
Yes, but next to that, the next field over.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
being built
behind
up? Like with what?
Home Depot.
What is building?
They've
What's
leveled
built?
it. It's
But what's going to go in there?
Aaron knows.
Data centers.
I'm not from this area.
Well, you said I introduced you to the hour commute that
with
I have.
authority.
No,
Aaron.
I literally drove by it and was like, oh, look, they completely leveled this entire field.
I thought you were
It's
going to
be a data center.
You need to know what's going in, Aaron.
Apparently.
They
Aaron,
ran
what's the matter
for
with
him
you?
first. I'm sure it's a data center.
It's
That's
always
all
a data
that
center.
there is on
I don't know if
50
they
there.
would put it that close to, because usually they put data centers down.
No,
not
there's
now.
one right next to
Paying
Harris Teeter.
No, again, I'm not from this area.
Yeah.
So where you're driving in from, exactly, you're stopping. If you keep driving towards my house,
Yeah, they're on the
there's at least 10 on
Right on the
Route
road.
On
50.
50?
Right on
Yeah.
Right
50.
even
Really?
right before
Yes.
28, before you hit 28 from
They're
us.
all over the place.
They're all over. It's crazy.
We're the
And they're
data,
not very
data
pretty.
center capital of the
No.
world.
They're big, ugly boxes.
They are not pretty.
No.
I'm convinced we're all going to have the head cancer.
The head cancer.
You know, the head cancer
I'm sure we probably are.
from all the waves coming out of the data centers.
It's got to be worse than standing in front of a microwave, that's for sure.
Hey,
This is,
speaking of conspiracy theories,
Oh, boy.
yes.
Here we go.
All right.
this was the thought in my head today. So I need to get it out and I need everyone's input.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, stick with me after
Okay.
I make my initial statement.
All
right.
We've come this far,
Try not
Leslie.
to judge.
We are sitting on the edge of the
Finish.
bench here. Even Lola is not really.
Lola was passed out.
How do we know for sure that there were no dragons?
Why
You're-
are we? Why?
Okay,
Why?
okay.
Why?
Okay,
Is this
here's
question coming up?
okay. So
Lead us back to the beginning of your thought. process.
so how I was listening to a podcast about into civilization. Don't ask me why, but I found it very fascinating that like 4,000 years ago they had working toilets in their homes,
They did.
and then yes, see, this is what I'm saying.
I didn't know
And then
that.
toilets disappeared and didn't come back until the Victorians. Okay,
Okay.
so stuff happens that we might not know about.
I did not know
like
about
the
that.
library that's hidden under the.
Like the stuff that's
Yes,
hitting under the
yeah.
pyramids. They're
Right.
just finding stuff now.
False.
Is it false?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so ignore that point.
Yeah. But no. I mean, in terms of, they are finding right now with LiDAR in the rainforest and the whole tropical, they're finding huge monuments down there.
Right. So, but my point being is, just because we haven't found a skeleton doesn't mean
There wasn't a skeleton.
there wasn't a dragon. Because, and why I go to dragons and why specifically dragons? A, I love the movie How to Train Your Dragon.
How about unicorns
But B, well, unicorns too. But here's the thing.
and centaurs?
But more so, here's why I point out the dragons in particular.
Okay.
Okay.
Multiple civilizations who hadn't crossed paths yet
Oh, have the dragon.
have dragons.
Ancient dragons.
Different civilizations in different parts of the world talk
think
about dragons. Now, I'm not talking maybe the fire breathing part. But
Is there any
large-
other kind?
Yeah, well, large flying lizards.
Well, those are pterodactyls.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this
that's
is
a
what I'm
pterodactyl.
Well, you
saying.
could call that a dragon.
Maybe
But
it was a
maybe
pterodactyl,
they
but they
lived
thought it was a dragon.
longer than we think now. Is
You
my
mean when
point.
man was alive, so
Yes.
that they could write it
Right,
out.
because
I think that's possible.
they didn't.
How
cro-
else would they know to
Right.
make a hieroglyphic
What's
of a
the
dragon?
earliest documentation of a dragon?
I don't know. I didn't have time to look it up. I was in the car.
She was in the car when she was thinking these deep thoughts.
Look it up, Aaron. Look it up. But I'm just saying large. I mean, they've already they said they used to say dragons were all covered with scales like lizards, but now they're saying dinosaurs were more like birds and they were covered with feathers. Like science changes as discoveries are made, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
That's
all
true.
I'm
All
saying is, what if we just haven't discovered the dragon yet?
This is possible.
Like if
But but why are in those cultures, why are the dragons fire breathing? Because that seems unlikely to me.
that does seem unlikely. I'm not.
I'm
yeah.
a skeptic on
But
that.
nonetheless, why dragons in different cultures?
That is weird.
It is weird.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
And maybe I just don't know enough about archaeology. to
Maybe
know.
the mythology spread somehow.
True, but I'm
I don't
talking
know how.
right. How did it exactly? And why just a dragon? Like why? Like people will tell you, oh, in China, the dragon symbolizes power. Like and same thing with in the British culture. Like if there was a dragon on your shield, it was like a strong warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they come up with different animals
Good point. Yeah, I don't know.
if there wasn't a dragon?
I don't know where the dragon. So we need to
Kirsten's-
research where the dragon came from. I don't
Kirsten's trying to support me.
I know she is because Kirsten is
Christine
so
and Aaron are
kind.
furiously typing on their phones.
Dragons are found in nearly every culture. The earliest recorded dragon, Kur, the Sumerian dragon who stole the goddess Ereshkigal,
Yeah.
shortly after the formation of the world, was first written about as early as 2700 BC.
It's a long time ago.
Almost
yeah, but weren't
every
the like
culture.
dinosaurs like when did I don't know.
Do you think they were just
I'm going to pretend to know
confused?
stuff that I don't know. So I'm
Maybe
just going to
they,
shut up.
maybe the people back then confused the dinosaurs for dragons.
But see,
Or
that's the
dragons
thing.
for
They say dinosaurs and people didn't overlap.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we know that?
This is what I'm saying.
Now
This
you're
is
on her
Leslie's
point.
point.
This is my point
That's her
entirely.
point.
gosh.
That's her point.
All I'm
That's her
saying,
entire
I'm not
point.
trying to convince anybody of anything except that maybe there were dragons.
All I know is I listened to a whole lot of Dragon Force on my journey with Joey this
Oh,
past
okay, yeah.
over spring
Oh,
break. So they
yeah.
believe in dragons.
Yeah.
And if you ever listen to their music, it's very epic.
Maybe it's underwater.
Or,
This
or
could
under
be it.
sand.
Right?
Yeah.
There is or inside a mountain because they can fly.
And break mountains.
No, mountains have holes in the top.
Yeah. guarding,
Volcanoes.
guarding their
Those
gold.
kind of mountains.
Those kind of mountains that have holes in the top. That they can fly into, just like the movie.
Along with the
I'm just saying.
Trolls and the
I never saw that movie, so
leprechauns
I don't know.
and okay. It's been
All
good.
I'm saying, it's just I had to get that out of my head.
Okay.
It's out now, and I'm
Sound
good.
like you really want
And we
there.
never have to discuss dragons again.
It sounds like
So,
you really want there to be dragons.
the kind that are in the movie, yes.
Okay.
Not
Right.
like fire breathing, going to kill you dragons, like that
But
swoop down.
the nice friendly ones that are your
The nice,
pets
friendly
and save
ones.
you.
Oh, okay.
That you
Like
can-
Pete's dragon.
that you can like put a saddle on and
Puff
and,
the magic dragon.
How to
Oh
train
no,
a dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon scares the poop out of me.
Not as much as Witchy Poo.
And makes me cry. That song makes me cry, or it did when I was a
that
kid.
is a sad
Maybe
song.
not so much
It's a
now.
terribly sad song.
It's an awful song.
Yeah.
Why does Puff have to die?
Right. And little Jackie Paper.
Well, I don't think I ever listened to the whole song. I didn't know Puff
Oh,
died. Now I'm
super
going to have to
sad.
listen to the song.
It's very sad.
It's the saddest song. It's like The Little House on the Prairie, but in a song. It's very sad.
She's got lots of trauma from
I do. I'm completely traumatized.
How about, and I think we've talked about this, Wizard of Oz? Did
Wizard
that
of Oz?
traumatize you?
No,
'Cause that
not at all.
traumatized me.
Not at all. That
those
one didn't bother me.
Speak about dragons, those flying monkeys. Oh my God.
Oh, those are scary.
And then the house falling on you and tornadoes.
I used to hide
There was
behind the
no way I
couch
was
when
ever
the
going to go
witch-
to like Oklahoma or Kansas after seeing that movie.
Okay.
Now I've grown up and I will go there, but
At the time.
I could not watch that. I still can't watch that. That and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
They go, I don't know if I've said this before, but they go out in a elevator
yeah.
and then they just never,
Oh.
and
Never
I know
return.
you have to like read the sequel, but I didn't. And yeah,
So
they
you're-
never
you're-
return. And like, and all those other kids who like,
Well, they weren't very nice.
I know, but still drowning in a river of chocolate, blowing
He didn't
up,
drown. They
getting
saved him
stuck
all.
in a TV. It was terrifying. The Oompa Loompas.
I didn't like the scene where they drank the soda and they
and
went
then
up
they
to the
went up.
fan and the
Yes.
fan was, I was just terrified. of
Me
that.
too.
Yes.
It was awful.
I did not like that.
No.
Gene Wilder was kind of creepy, crazy in
He's
that
Yes.
movie.
awesome.
He's a great actor.
He was so good,
So
but he was,
freaking good.
he made that like, is he nice or is he going to
Even
kill
the way
you?
he sings it, the imagination song, which I'm not going to do, but the way that he sings it. Ooh.
Actually, I think the only scene that bothered me was when they went through the tunnel.
Oh.
Do you remember when they got
Yeah.
in the boat after Augustus Gloop went up through the pipe and they all got on the boat and they went through that weird tunnel and the images were flashing?
Yep.
I don't
That was
remember
that
part.
was.
Yeah, tense.
All of it was.
Yeah,
All right.
it's an intense movie.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you had questions for us.
Oh yes,
I did.
yes.
Yay! You have questions.
Did you not read the?
Oh, but
We had
it
homework.
required preparation.
Oh, I have
you
a
not
little
do
bit
it?
of it.
Okay.
I couldn't come up with an answer for one of them. One of them I have an answer for.
I have
the
an
other one
answer
couldn't.
for
I,
this one.
it's not really.
It's okay. It made me think.
Yeah, it made me think.
Let me see if I can find the stinking thing here. Okay, here we go.
What was that?
It's coming.
Mouth noises.
What is that? ASR?
Oh, yeah.
ASMR.
ASMR.
Uh,
He's good at the ASMR.
Okay, here we go. That would be like this.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was awesome.
Okay. He's just mean now.
Okay, so the first question that I have
Yes.
is something that you don't do that everyone else does.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh, well then. Okay, now I got to think of another answer.
I've never had coffee.
Seriously?
Me neither.
You guys don't know what you're missing.
You don't
No.
know.
I mean,
I actually
I've
thought about
tasted
this.
it.
There was
It's the only reason I'm
because
happy.
I was thinking
I've
about the
tasted
process,
it.
and I was like,
No.
I
so good.
I sipped it once
Yeah.
when I was a child.
Yeah.
Did not like it.
No, and coffee ice cream's gross.
Love the smell of it,
No, I don't
Yeah.
even like the smell
but
of it.
Oh,
do
I love
not
it.
enjoy the taste of it at all. And could I sit down with a cup of coffee today and drink it? Probably, but I would not enjoy it at all.
Gotcha. Do you like the smell of it?
He just said he
I
did.
think I
He
like the
does.
smell of it.
Yeah.
And I
I
love
love
the smell,
the smell
of
of
like
it.
the beans,
Yeah.
freshly ground beans.
Not me.
But I don't think, plus at this age, that whole shot of caffeine thing, because I many years ago, I did those, Coca-Cola came out with those tiny little cherry, they were mini ones, so like 8 ounces. And they were kind of like I've never had a Red Bull.
Me neither.
I've never had a Red Bull. No.
But
Those
they're
are
kind of
stupid.
like, yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. They had these Coca-Cola little cherry Coke things, and it was like a Red Bull. And I had one, and I noticed something was kind of different. And then a couple weeks later, I had another one, and I felt my heart flutter. I was
Oh,
like,
you shouldn't have that.
never do that again.
Oh, gotcha.
So a shot of caffeine for me at this point,
Too
Yeah.
much.
no way.
Bryn
I
had
couldn't
one.
survive without it.
Really?
Yeah.
Bryn had one of those, the charged whatever at Panera, and she called me and she was like,
A lot of people have
hysterical.
complained about that.
Well, I think somebody died from
Yeah,
drinking it.
they-
Those energy drinks.
those
are not good
energy-
for you.
yeah,
Those-
exactly.
The energy
No.
drinks are terrible,
Uh-uh.
but yeah.
Well, and caffeine doesn't give you energy. Caffeine just quiets the chemical that makes you sleepy.
Is that
Right?
why?
So
I don't know
it's
that.
not giving you energy. It's just making you feel that you're not tired. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand the difference?
No, I don't know. I didn't know that. All I know is that
Yeah.
I cannot.
No,
go
it's
without
not an
caffeine.
energy booster. It's just
It's just what you need to feel normal.
yes,
if
it just
you're-
makes you
sleepy
feel
undoer.
not tired. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a difference.
I don't like it.
Which
and,
so-
I'm not allowed to drink it anyway with my heart problems. so-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I love it so much.
No coffee.
I
Okay,
love
well,
it.
so now I have to come up with
Okay.
something else.
No,
it's okay.
Okay.
You can have the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, you can have the same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
What about you, Kirsten? Is there
what is
something that
you do?
that-
or
What that
Don't
I
do.
do or that I
that you
don't do.
don't do?
I don't
What
watch
don't you
award shows.
Oh,
I don't really either.
I know.
God bless you. I hate them.
like
I-
never,
yeah, I
like
decided
never
I-
have?
No, I used to, but then I decided, like one time I was watching it, I'm like, this is so long and boring.
I've never know any of the shows or the movies or the anything that's in them.
Yeah, I used to watch them when I was younger, and then like the Grammys. One year, I think it was Amy Grant won like for Baby, and I was like, that's a terrible song.
That's a
That's
terrible-
like the best song.
Why-
I'm
why
like,
are we celebrating?
I am done with this stupid show. I'm never watching this stupid show again.
Yeah.
and I haven't.
Oh, I hate award shows.
Yeah, I mean, and now, I mean, I guess maybe years ago I used to watch them because I'd want to see the dresses or whatever. But now I'm like, I look online for like 20 seconds, and that's the extent of my interest.
You know, it's funny. My friend who's a realtor was just telling me how she was describing this convention she went to, a convention of realtors that she went to, that like blew her mind because it was an award. They were all giving each other awards, and there were like searchlights and confetti, and like it was just, she was like, it was bizarre, like
Yeah.
being in this room. It was in Las Vegas, so it was like in a room in a casino. Like
Miss Susan won an award like that, and I went to her award show, and that was fun because she was getting an award, and I was with her.
But I think it's weird that adults go around giving each other trophies.
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, I think it's weird that I get trophies for
you
playing
deserve
pickleball.
them.
No, but I mean, like
you earned those trophies.
I'd rather have a Starbucks
like
card.
a gift card. Yeah, right. Something useful. Like,
don't give me a trophy or,
what am I doing
or a medal.
with that?
Right. Give me $5. That'll make me happy. Right?
Good point. Yeah.
Right. I don't need this. I think it's kind of funny.
That is true.
That we have to continue to do those things.
There's a time and place for the awards. I mean, back in the 80s, that was a big thing. That was a huge thing.
Well, I watched and because you couldn't look up the answers. Like now,
you didn't have the
winners, rather. Yeah. Now you can look up the winners.
The next day you don't have to watch it because you can just, I mean, I do look, I'll look and see, what was best picture? Okay.
But you also knew the movies, you knew the actors, you knew what was going on. And that was something that everybody knew. And then you could go to the water cooler the next day and talk about it.
Yeah.
Now that's just... No.
Yeah. Well, and we weren't as inundated with material as we are now.
That's true. Too. Now you have to filter out something.
Right. There were just like 3 main TV stations and all of the shows that were being nominated were on one of those stations. And now none of them are.
And you most likely saw it.
Right.
Whereas now I
heard of it. Or
literally, I think it was just this last award season. Like I had not seen a single one of the movies.
Oh, I
saw Wicked. Awards.
I saw Wicked. And
I did see Wicked.
I loved Wicked, but
that should not.
And I don't even think that won anything. But but now if I've seen one movie, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this whole show.
Right.
I got better things to do.
I saw a movie.
You did.
What did you watch?
What did you see?
It's the first movie I've seen in over 2 decades.
What did you? What was it? It must have been special.
No.
That's the disappointment.
Was it?
Right?
Was it the Minecraft movie?
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Jockey.
Yes. For my son's 8th birthday, I took him to see
the Minecraft movie.
And it was what you would expect.
Right.
It was very much what you...
My kids actually liked it.
Yeah, as me, if you know me, I was disappointed because there wasn't a plot. Like it was,
you expected a plot?
No character development, none of that. It was just
your expectations were pretty high.
I know, but like for me, I would have liked to see because there's these 4 or 5 people that have no backstory. It's just these 5 coming together and they do this thing and there's the movie. And I'm like, okay, it's a kid's movie. Did
he enjoy it? That's the important part.
He loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
that's good.
He loved it.
Yeah, my kids really liked it too, which I think they were all surprised at that they liked it.
Yeah.
How much they liked it.
Have
you played Minecraft?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There weren't any issues with people throwing stuff?
No, I knew about the chicken jockey scene.
What's the chicken jockey? I know nothing about this.
Okay, so in Minecraft, really quick.
Okay.
There are little tiny zombies. Like there's a regular size zombie and then there's a very tiny zombie. And that tiny zombie sometimes jumps onto a chicken.
That's the chicken jockey.
And rides it around.
Okay.
And in this movie, there's a wrestling rink type of thing. And on one side is this chicken jockey and on the other side is Steve, Jack Black. And he goes, chicken jockey. And the thing that's happening across the entire nation right now is when that scene happens, the entire theater completely, and I do mean completely, goes nuts.
Oh, okay.
Popcorn everywhere. Somebody actually brought a chicken to the theater.
A live chicken?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's been a little...
Where have I apparently I live under a rock. Not only do I not watch award shows.
Police have shown up. They've shut down theaters. Now you're only allowed to go to the show if you're accompanied by an adult and all this kind of other stuff.
Wow.
So...
Well, it's exciting.
It's fun. And they even asked the creator, like, what do you think about this? What's your statement on all this? And he's like, good.
Yeah.
Right.
The kids are having fun.
And it's publicity for
them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, it's publicity, but they're having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
Nobody's getting really hurt.
It's throwing popcorn.
Well, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, they threw hot dogs, right?
And toast.
Yeah.
And toast, right?
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Didn't we say we were going to go see that sometime? All of us
But
together?
it hasn't, have you heard it being played anywhere?
No, but live under the same rock that Kirsten
Okay. Well, so if
Even
anyone
deeper
finds
down.
out, we'll never know.
Roomies.
Okay. Yeah, right, exactly. Christine and I are just hanging out under a rock, perfectly happy.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Happy that we don't know what's going on.
Very happy.
Okay, Leslie.
Well, speaking of being under rocks, I mean, I don't do social media.
Oh,
But
That's true. She doesn't.
you dipped your toes.
I'll watch a reel, but I
not
never
on
post
Facebook.
anything. I don't, and I barely have my phone on me.
that's
I
unusual.
only bring it out when we're podcasting in case I have to look something up. But like, I barely, like, my family gets so angry because I leave my phone on the counter. I'll leave the house. I'll go run errand. Like, I am not attached to my phone.
I don't have it with me when I'm in the house, which is why half the time I don't respond to all of you
Yeah,
guys.
I don't do that either.
And
but
the
I have
only
always.
social media I do is Facebook. I do not do anything else. And LinkedIn now.
Right.
So I have my
Out of
my
necessity.
wallet is on
That's a
my
good one to
phone,
have.
so I
Yeah.
take it everywhere. But I do leave it. I'm not attached to it in the house.
But like I said, when I didn't have it for like 4 days, that was weird.
yeah, that's
But
uncomfortable.
But that was more just being able to text people,
Right.
like being in contact. But like for the most part, yeah, I don't communicate over social media. I don't have any kind of profile. I don't do any of that stuff. Like other than, like I said, I watch reels, but it's because they get sent to me.
we send you all the time.
Why'd you look at me?
I don't go looking for them. You've seen my algorithm. Like if I
Yeah.
had a regular usage, there would be a better algorithm. Instead, I
You
get all
think?
that weird.
I don't know. Wendy,
weird
I just called
stuff.
you Wendy.
Wendy.
Leslie.
I'll go by Wendy.
Yeah, why not? For today,
That'll be
you're
my,
Wendy.
Yeah, I'm now Wendy on social media.
Okay,
It's a friend of mine. I was just
like Wendy's like friends with Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
anyway,
Okay. So that was part one.
the
part
flip
one.
side.
And then part two would be the opposite of that. Something that you do that no one else or very few do.
I have a weird one.
Oh, good.
So, and I thought about this because I was driving my son to school and thinking about this question. And then when I stopped at a stop sign, I remembered. So when I was in high school and I was taking driver's ed, my elementary school PE teacher was the driver's ed teacher. He was like the greatest guy ever. And apparently I was like blowing through a stop sign. And he's like, "You didn't stop?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did." Because I stopped for like a half a second. And I thought that was fine because it was a stop in my mind.
We call that the California roll stop.
We used to call it the St. Louis stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now all the Californians are mad at us.
We called it the St. Louis stop. But
There,
anyway.
yeah. So yeah.
But
And
anyway.
now we've alienated them too.
Anyway, sorry.
Let's keep going.
But I know
and
it's-
I killed Kansas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, exactly. We're just blowing through the Midwest. But anyway, so he was like, "You didn't stop long enough." And I'm like, "Well, how am I supposed to know how long to stop?" Like, I was like,
A stop's
it was
a stop.
a stop. Yeah. I was like, why does
Supposed to
that
count.
count? And he was like, "You need to say 1001, 1002, 1003. And I still do it.
Okay,
To this day.
So my
Yes.
kids just made fun of me this week for doing that.
You
really?
come
Oh,
to a
you-
full and complete stop and you stop for 3 seconds every single stop.
Every single time.
I'm as amazed as you are, Aaron. Well, you and I with the gas tanks and the roll
Yes,
stops.
I know.
You know, it's
Yeah.
My kids just made fun of me this week, just this week for that.
You do
Do
the
you say
same
it out
thing.
loud?
I count to 3.
Yeah.
I don't do the 1000s in there, but I do
Oh.
one.
You
two.
count to 3. You
That's
come
what
to
we
a
were
stop.
taught. We were
Yes.
taught to
That
stop
was
for
how
3
you-
seconds.
Yes.
Those
and
were the rules.
Those were the rules. Well, I was the kid that I really thought I stopped. I was like, "Wait, what do you mean that wasn't a stop?" Yeah.
Are we surprised?
So every stop. So I think about him all the time. Like I'll think about him all the time. Tell Coach Kellogg because I'm like 1001, 1002, 1003.
Look at that.
Wow.
And I think that was a great man.
So hopefully he's listening because we haven't alienated him
Yeah.
at
No,
least.
he isn't.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I do. And now you'll probably have to do it too.
No.
So-
no, that,
You won't,
not
that won't
California roll.
That
right
won't
here.
sneak into your head at the stop. You'll be like, 1001, 1002.
nope.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, anyway, so now I never have to worry that I didn't stop long enough, which has made my life so much easier.
One
Thank
thing
you,
to not be
Christine.
arrested for, but yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
One last thing to be picked up for.
Okay.
So I hadn't thought about that one.
Think of all the tickets you've avoided.
I have never gotten a ticket.
Wow.
Not once.
Wait,
That's really
what?
good.
Never.
Wow.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I got one
Out of
parking
all of
ticket,
it.
actually.
Oh,
I
you got a
lied. I got a
parking ticket.
parking ticket.
That doesn't
once.
really count.
No.
Out of all of
A
us,
moving
I
violation
would,
is what we're talking about.
I would pick you as the most likely to have never
To have
gotten
never
a
gotten a
ticket.
ticket. Yeah.
You never had to explain your way with your Frozens.
Yeah.
I've got Frozens. Look at her.
Look
How
at the.
could she not
I know. Look
know
at the
what I'm
blank.
talking about?
I got it now, but yeah, she was,
She
she was
thought you were
lacking
crazy there for a
context.
There
second.
was like a 5-second interval where you had
Yes.
no idea what
There
I was talking
absolutely
about.
was
Like,
probably a 10-second
what?
interval. I could have stopped at 3 stop signs.
right. She needed 3 seconds to process that.
Yeah, no.
Never.
No. I was pulled over once in Georgia for doing like 90. But my mom and my kids were in the car, and the cop looked at the kids, and they were little. And my mom, he's like, everybody seatbelted in. Be careful going the rest of the way home.
Really?
That was that.
That's
Hey,
good.
that's you off?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't quite at 90, but I was going pretty fast. And that's the only time I've been pulled over.
Wow.
And then it was a long trip the rest of the way up to Virginia, because then I drove
you
the
were
speed
like
limit.
55.
The rules say that you have to come to a complete stop.
Yeah.
But the rules also say that you're not allowed to speed over the speed limit.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
Rule breaker.
You know, but I tend to never, except for that one time there, do more than like 6 or 7 over the speed limit. You got to stay with
Aaron's looking
you have to
skeptical.
stay
I'm wondering where the rules are like,
you have to stay with traffic, because if you're like
With
the
this, she
slow
does have a
guy
point.
and everybody else is going fast, you're actually more of a danger. So there's a
Blurred
There's a
lines.
happy
Blurred
medium.
lines.
That's not how the cop sees it.
Right. Yeah.
That's not how the law sees it.
That's not the law,
hey,
ma'am.
who's the one here who doesn't have a ticket?
True.
Okay.
She doesn't get caught. If you don't get caught,
It doesn't count.
doesn't count.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Never happened. There's no proof. I'm with you on that one, Christine.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, something that
so-
you do that nobody else or few do.
Celebrate Pop-Up Eve.
Oh,
yes.
that's a
There you
good
go.
one.
Yeah, just you and the family.
I was
That's
trying
you
to
and your
think of-
family.
It's a harder one.
It's a harder one. I was trying to think of, I'm not sure there's anything in particular that I do differently. I mean, we podcast. This is
Yes.
not everybody
Yeah.
podcast.
This is true.
But I was trying
But
to
lots
think,
of people
like,
podcast.
I was like, and of course my first thought went to like, strangely went to like hygiene. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, is there something that I
Like-
do? Yeah,
I always put my left sock on
I know.
first.
I don't know.
when I get in the shower, my
Exactly.
left arm is the very first thing that I wash.
Nobody else does that.
I think I do.
Yeah.
It literally is the first thing that I do.
I think it is.
I don't never really. I never analyzed that. I've never
I
broken
do my
it
left
down.
arm first too. No, I
No.
wash my face first,
No.
and then I go to the
I wash
arm.
my face before I get in the shower because I use special soap for my face. So I wash my face first and then I get in the shower.
But yeah, I think it's you start with the left arm.
Yeah. left arm.
I never really thought about that.
She has no clue.
Unless I'm washing my hair that day, then the hair gets first.
Hair's first.
Yeah, hair would be
Really?
first on a hair day. But
Yes.
hair, I don't do hair day every day.
No, me
That's
neither.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you do hair day every day? Because you have long
Yes, if
curly
I'm getting
hair.
in the shower, I'm washing my hair.
All right. Oh no.
Do
Mine's
you
fine.
find
He doesn't blow dry.
No,
and-
no.
I know, but do you because
I'm
you have
lucky if I-
curly hair too? Do you feel like it's just a pain to comb through your hair? Do you hate that as much as I do?
No.
Really?
I hear you
He's a-
because you're
he's a
pulling
guy.
hair.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
pull
but-
back in my ponytail. Done.
So you don't comb through it? Oh, well,
no
the,
need to.
no
It's
wonder you wash
thinning
your hair
quite
every
a
day.
bit these days.
if I didn't have to
getting
do all
easier.
that
It's
work,
getting
I'd
easier
wash
by
my-
the day.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I do it like once a week. I wash my hair.
Hmm.
You
But
don't
I shower every
twice a week. But I hate washing my hair.
You're
'cause
only
it's
supposed to
such a-
shower once every 2 to 3 days.
I know, but I shower every day because I work out every day.
Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. No, if you're
Thank you.
sweaty.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And today I showered twice,
Ooh.
Nice.
For us.
just for you.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what
Christine,
was
you do
yours?
mine?
Oh, I
Okay.
couldn't come up with
You
one.
couldn't come up with one? Mine is, okay, two parts. Number one, I park my car in my garage.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, that's my
I
dream.
would if I didn't have a whole bunch of crap in my garage.
Me too.
But nonetheless,
actually, I
I
have a
used to.
golf
Even driving
simulator in
through my
garage.
neighborhood, I don't know that there's anybody in my neighborhood that uses, well, maybe there's like one
I
or
used
two
to.
that uses the garage. That's number one.
Oh,
But even part B, even more so, I back my car into my garage.
Okay, now that's just weird.
That's wow.
That's probably. Are you on a busy street?
No.
Is it hard to back out of your driveway?
No. Just like,
I
it's just
prefer
easier.
pulling out of my driveway than I do
Yeah, well, it's
backing
probably
out of
safer.
my
I
driveway.
prefer pulling out, but I hate backing in, so I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both me and my wife.
Really?
Would you do that
into
too?
the garage.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you have 2 cars in the garage. We have 2 cars in the garage.
Yes. And
That's impressive. Wow.
We do, but we don't
2 out of
back
2.
in.
So we used to have like both of the cars in the garage and one on a lift.
Wow.
One on a lift?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean one on a lift?
at your place,
Mm-hmm.
there's enough room in your garage to have it on a lift.
She bought a lift.
Like a lift, so you could like.
I'm
you
not
could
sure
like-
she's the
like
one.
Michael bought the lift.
So you could work on underneath it? Like, why do you have a
No,
lift?
there are
it's so
parking
that you can
lifts.
fit. So you can
Multiple
fit
cars in the
multiple
garage.
cars in
So
your
you
garage.
drive onto the
What?
track, and then the track
And then
lifts
you
the
lift
car
it.
up in the air,
What?
and you can park another car
Come over to
under
my
it.
house. I'll show you our lift.
I want to see your lift. I did not
There's
know
no
there
car
was.
on it currently.
Wow. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have a
Well,
lift.
most people don't have 2-story garages.
Yeah.
Most people don't have a lift in their garage.
I did not know there was such a thing.
So yeah. So it used to be the 2 cars in the car and the lift. And then we have the other garage, which currently now houses a lot of stuff that hasn't gone with its
Out
rightful
yet.
owner.
Okay.
So I have one, but it's not really me, but I have a golf simulator in my garage.
Oh, nice.
all right.
Nice.
Well,
With
you
a
do
golf
have a bunch of
mural.
golfers.
Yes. And there's a golf mural on the side because it's very fancy.
We have
Ooh.
a
Yeah.
bow net for softball in that one garage. So-
The garages are
That's what
underutilized.
happens as your kids get older
and they
the
need
garage
space to
starts
do
getting
stuff.
filled with their sports equipment.
Yes, we have a lot of sports equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Okay.
But that was a good answer. I was thinking, well, I play the piano when I'm stressed, but there's a lot of people who do stuff like that.
Yeah, I was trying to think about like, okay, what is like very almost unique?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Backing the car into the garage.
So this is off topic, but when we were in Hungary, the whole garage lift, we parked in. So we didn't park, but when cousin Ava picked us up, we were in downtown Budapest, and when we went to get her car, she parked in a car that the parking garage had an elevator, and you punched the number, and the elevator brought your car up.
Kind of like the little
That's
people,
awesome.
the Fisher Price little
I
people where it had the
know,
little
right?
elevator and you
That's
So it's like on a
awesome.
carousel.
I know. I didn't know that was a real
That's
thing.
pretty
I was
cool.
like, that's so cool.
Like it's on a carousel or something.
I don't know. I don't know what
Punch it
was.
and then
I don't know
brings
what
it
was
around
going
and there's
on
your car.
underneath because we were like,
That's super
she
cool.
went to pay for it, and all of a sudden this elevator came up, and I didn't know what was going. She's like, "Oh, that's my car." I'm like, what?
So she wasn't probably impressed by the Carvana vending machine.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
Maybe I find
I
that
was
impressive.
impressed. Yeah, I saw
I
that.
think that's impressive too. It was kind of like that. Only it was a parking garage. And I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, that is
Interesting.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
We'll give you that.
Yeah.
So, and forgive me if we've talked about this before.
She's Greek.
No, it's that.
But only a quarter.
But like, so do you guys have any of your pets' ashes? You don't have a lot
Yes.
of pets.
No.
Okay, so I have multiple
So
boxes.
you
Ew.
have a collection
I have
of
a
urns.
collection, but I didn't want any of them
What
to
are you
start.
going to do with them?
I didn't want any of them to start. So it started with my dog. So when I was single, I had my dog. And then, so when Chris and I started dating and we got married and had kids, like this was the dog we had, but she was my dog.
Right.
So when she passed away, the kids were little, and I'd gone in with her to do the whole,
Oh, it's
the
awful
thing. And so they were talking to Chris out in the lobby, and they were like, so, they give you the options.
Right.
Like, do you want just your dog's ashes, or do you want the one that's like a mix of a bunch of dogs? That's a lot cheaper. Or do
Yeah.
you want this? Like they give you,
That's
didn't know
what I
that?
do.
Christy,
I
you didn't know that?
haven't lost a dog
What?
yet. I haven't
You
lost
don't
a
know
pet.
that?
No.
Mixing the ashes
They just
together.
put all the ashes.
They put all
Yeah.
that, yeah.
That's
They'll-
horrible.
That is horrible.
That's what I do.
yeah,
'Cause I'm-
it's cheaper.
Well, and because I don't
I don't want other dogs.
Well, you're going to
ashes
get a
and-
little bit of somebody else anyway. I mean, they put them all in the same.
I don't want my pet's ashes. Like yeah.
But anyway,
But
I didn't like, it wasn't something I wanted, but Chris didn't know what to say.
So
and he didn't
that's
want to
what-
say he didn't want to say no. And then me come out and be like, what are you talking about? I want
Right.
to, right?
That's why.
So,
yeah.
so he said yes. So okay, we got her ashes in a box. And I was like, all right. So that sat on my desk because I don't know where to put it. Like, I don't know what to do with them. So then the next dog we had, the vet killed.
Oh.
And then they automatically gave us the ashes because they felt bad for killing the dog.
As they should.
So
wait, I don't know that I know this story.
You know, it's not a big story, but we had a dog, and he died on the table getting neutered.
Oh, that's awful.
Neutered.
God, I'm
So it was
neutered.
a puppy.
It was a puppy.
And that's such a routine
And I had
surgery.
him, so he was only, that you get them neutered around 6 months, between 6 months and a year.
Oh, that's
so he
awful.
wasn't, but I had him perfectly trained. He was a great dog.
Yeah.
I had him perfectly trained, and then he went in to be neutered and he didn't make it through the surgery. So
Wow.
they felt
This is a horrible conversation.
Awful.
sorry. Didn't mean to be such a Debbie Downer.
Taking care of business.
I know. Taking care of terrible business.
I should be
I'm the one who got the job ad about a funeral director in North Dakota. Anyway,
So then they just gave, like, again, I didn't ask for the
But
ashes.
they just gave it to
They
you.
just gave. So now I had 2 boxes of ashes, and then we had a third dog had lymphoma.
that's right, baby. Don't listen.
So we had to. Yeah, Lola's under the table.
Yeah, Lola's like, Lola, don't listen
Shut
to
your
this.
ears.
But-
Cover her ears.
Earmuffs. So the third one died, and it was funny because, again, Chris is like, "Well, we have the other 2.
I guess we're collecting them
Like,
now.
how do you not get his if we've already?"
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. That's why. Yeah.
So I have 3 boxes. I don't know what to do with them.
Can you bury them?
Can you bury them?
I don't know.
Yeah, just
I-
spread
yeah.
their ashes.
Yeah.
Or spread
Spread
their
them
ashes
where?
someplace they
What if
left?
my other dogs? I have other dogs now. What if they dig them up?
Go to
Go deep.
Go deep.
yeah.
6 feet, 7 feet.
Go deep.
I don't know. So the woman that I met and ran with in Utah, she had her mom's ashes, and I know you're not really supposed to do this, so I'm not going to name her name, but like,
She spread them along the trail.
Mhm.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, because her mom had always wanted to be out there.
A friend of mine did just a little bit, not
Yeah,
a
no,
lot,
it wasn't not her whole thing.
in Beaver Stadium,
Yeah, well, yeah.
which I was like, they're just gonna sweep that away with the
Yeah.
trash, like.
but it's symbolic.
It's
Yeah, it was
symbolic.
symbolic.
It's the point of it. Yeah, it's the
Um,
thought of it.
Yeah, but but Aaron, you said you have ashes, yes?
I do. They're on my dresser.
Yeah,
I have a little urn.
a little urn.
Do you put them all together, or just? Is it just
I have
one
my
animal?
cat on my dresser, and Kirsten has her dog on her dresser.
Yeah.
Aw. So I don't want that in my house. I just don't. I mean, I loved my animals, but
Absolutely,
I don't want ashes.
I don't want the ashes.
But I do have a cat who's buried in a pet cemetery in Maryland
oh, you do.
for the exact same reason as you and Chris, because my cat Newman died he was really old, but he died unexpectedly, and we took him Kevin took him to the emergency vet to, because we didn't know what to do with him, and they asked, like,
What do you
they
want?
gave him the options, and I don't know, it was the first animal that had
yeah.
together. And so he was like, I guess we should have him buried in a pet cemetery in Maryland. So I've never been, I don't even know where it is.
You don't
but-
go visit or anything?
Yeah, I
No?
have no idea where it is, but Newmies.
But thousands of years from now,
Right.
He'll come back as a
Yeah.
dragon.
when they know that there's dragons, they're going to go back and be like, there was this cat named Newman,
right.
Right?
And he became a dragon.
and he became a dragon
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
dreams.
Because his family loved him enough to buy him a plot.
His
in
family
Maryland.
loved him enough. Yeah,
I did
no,
love him. I shouldn't make fun
yeah.
of him. Yeah.
They do give you the option of whether you want to do a group or. I wonder if can they do that with people?
I could care less if I'm in I don't
mind being in a group personally.
I don't mind. I was like, I don't want to take up space when I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't
want
mind
to.
being in a group.
Yeah, me either. Okay, well, we'll form a group.
Okay, we'll form a group.
I don't
You
think-
can put Kirsten and I together. It'll be like the Egyptians. If she goes first, just take me with her.
We'll stick a little D4S magnet right above you.
As long as we get a dragon on our urn, I'm totally cool with that.
It's got to be metal so that the G4S sticker magnet can
Done.
Stick on top.
Metal urn.
Done.
D4S
Dragon.
magnet.
Done.
We're all set. Kirsten,
Yeah,
high
all
five.
right,
High five on that.
I'm the one who had a heart attack. I'm going first. And I don't
Not
think I want to be
necessarily.
buried with everybody.
Okay, we don't have to.
You don't have to. That's the beauty.
You'll be across the hall. It's the apartment.
This will be the thing
nursing
that
home.
Kirsten and I do that nobody else does.
Exactly. Nobody else is being buried in a dragon urn with their friend.
With their friend.
Make a little heart wave.
As I was leaving for podcast today, I was talking to my mom and I was feeling a little sad. And she goes, "Oh, but you're doing podcasts, so you'll have a great time."
And now
I
you're
thought
not
it'd be
having
so
a great time.
uplifting.
Yeah, now we're.
And all I feel like doing is crying right now. So
Aw.
let's change the subject.
Okay.
Shall we?
Oh.
This is happy. We're going to be
yeah.
together. Kirsten and I will be together for
And
all
I'm
eternity.
so happy for you guys. I am. I am.
If you want to throw some snacks in there, like the Egyptians, they
Along
gave
with
you
the-
stuff.
Should we
Snack
give you the
journey.
snack tips
Snack
with you?
Oh,
Snack
The snack tips with
yeah.
you?
the snack tips are coming in
Yeah,
with
the
us.
snack tips. Yeah.
And coffee.
And coffee. Yes, and definitely coffee.
Oh, definitely mix us with some coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mix.
This is
Yeah, they're
really
like, no,
weird.
no, no.
So weird.
This is official, right? This is official.
Yeah, we're
Because we
Done.
said it out. We
Yeah.
said it out loud,
Yes.
so now it makes it official.
Right.
going into the will.
Anybody here a
Okay.
notary? No,
No.
no,
No.
That's
No.
a shame.
Sorry now.
Sorry. Maybe notarious if you're listening.
Aaron likes the fact that I keep talking, and it's driving Christine.
It's just making me a little uncomfortable. That's all. That's all.
Okay, well, let's change the subject.
All right, we'll change the subject. Jeez.
To what? I don't know.
Today was decision day.
Oh,
Students all across the country are making their decisions.
That's
Or
exciting.
made their decisions. They can't make them anymore. Their decisions.
Well,
have been
if they're,
made.
yeah. The ones that haven't yet are feeling the pressure.
Well, they should have because they needed to by May 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, midnight last night.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Cool.
So they gave out donuts today at school
Oh,
That's nice.
in celebration. I don't know what donuts have to do with making a decision, but yes, and all the kids.
I
wore their
don't really
clothes.
like donuts. That's
Me
another
neither.
one. Oh my God. It's like we're the same person.
I know, right?
Well,
No donuts in the urn. That's all I'm saying.
sorry.
I was going to get a dozen for you.
Nope,
That's
nope,
okay.
nope.
It's not my thing.
Not even donut holes. Nope.
No, I don't.
They'll fit a little better, but
Yeah. I don't.
Really?
I don't like the glazed. The cake ones are okay.
I
Like duck donuts, the cake donuts, I'll do those, but I don't.
they're just too sweet.
They're too sweet. Yeah, I'm
I
with
like
you.
sweet.
Oh.
Sweet's good.
I don't do donuts.
I like a glazed donut.
Yeah, I'll eat any kind of donut.
I like sweet and salty, but just sweet is just too much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
But you guys will have a donut, right?
Yeah, you can. All right. Oh, Lola woke up. She's got
All right.
Lammy in her
Well,
mouth.
luckily, she slept through our previous
Yes,
topic.
thank God.
Well,
thank God.
she did. Her head picked up as you were talking.
Oh,
She's like,
So I pet her.
this
a
is
little
making me uncomfortable.
so you pet her to make her feel better.
Now, I would like us to go back a few hundred
Comments?
episodes
Yes,
and recall that I am actually the one who's not the animal person in this crew.
this is true, and this is most disturbing for you.
I think because my dog is 13.
Oh,
Oh, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
We've been through this and it's awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 times for me.
As we know. I did have a fish die on me this year. It was Eliza's fish.
That wouldn't be as hard for me.
No,
I'm
I felt bad for her though. I told her and she cried. It was
She
really-
did? Oh.
But I did keep the tortoise alive. The fish I knew was not going to make it. But the
Fish
tortoise.
rarely do. I mean,
No, but that fish, which she got in a Secret Santa, lasted almost 2 years.
That's
Nice.
a lot for a fish.
For a Secret Santa fish that spent the day at school in a little paper cup and water.
That's incredible.
we had a fish that lasted almost 3 years. Actually, now that you
Yeah.
mention it, it was one of those bubbly goldfish. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about?
Yeah. They're
And
pretty.
And we would put snails in the tank to keep the tank clean.
Mhm.
And in the middle of the
Maybe that's what I
night,
did wrong.
in the middle of the night, you would hear it slamming the snails. It would eat all the snails. It would slam the snails.
open
Really?
Okay, all right.
I didn't know they were so violent.
They're snails, Christine.
It doesn't matter.
People eat snails.
I understand.
Snails are
that. I have no
delicious.
problem. I just don't like the thought of hearing them.
Yeah, it was kind of gross.
Hearing
It was a little
snail
crunchy.
murder at night. Yeah.
Boys
But
gotta eat.
it kept him alive for 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Made
the
him nice
snails
and
are
strong.
full of nutrients.
Got to do what you got to do.
It's the food
Survival
chain.
of the fittest.
Food chain.
Mhm.
Food chain.
Mhm.
Full of nutrients.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, Well, if we have nothing else to gross Christine out with,
Yeah.
I was gonna say we probably should wrap up. So
it's
I'm
time
off
to
to
go.
work.
Aaron's got
And Aaron has to go to work.
Yeah.
I got to make dinner.
Excellent. I do like these afternoon meetings. Not all the
Yeah.
time, but every
It's
now and then
nice.
it's
Yeah.
Change of pace.
it's a little change of pace.
Little change of pace.
I'll take it.
All right.
And I think different topics pop into our head in the afternoon than they do in the evening.
yes.
Clearly, different topics pop into our
Very.
head in the
I don't know
afternoon.
how I
Yeah.
feel about the topics of today.
She wasn't.
This is the last time I picked the song, by the way.
We did take care of some business
Yeah,
We
today.
sure did,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
got business that
TCB.
day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe next week should be Love Story or something like that.
something nice and okay.
Something more uplifting.
Something.
It's like,
Love lifts us up where we belong.
oh, there we go.
That was a movie.
That was a movie. Yes. It's a good movie.
It was a good movie.
No awards though.
Did you know?
Well, you would know because you don't watch the
That's
shows.
right.
I think I did back then, but I just don't remember.
It's quite possible that won awards.
Oh, all right.
Now I'm going to have to look that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Again,
Follow up.
we'll follow. Yeah, now we're gonna have to look it up.
Now I'm looking it up.
While you're looking it up, I'm just going to sign us off. So thank you, everyone, for joining us for the latest episode of the Setlist of Life. Goodbye.
Good afternoon.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.